Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Last class,
Good
we
morning,
seen
ma'am.
good morning. So, shall we start today's topic? So, last class, we had seen about functions, how functions and pointers can be used together. Okay, we also saw what are functions. In C, you have seen what are functions and all. Okay, what is function? Function is nothing but a small part of a program. Okay, instead of writing entire code in a big program, what we are doing, you're dividing your program into small parts. Why? What is the advantage of dividing the program into small parts? Can anyone tell? Yes, last class I told you what is the advantage of dividing the program into small parts. What is the advantage? One thing is it will be easy to write, okay, easy to debug, and also sometimes I also told you when we are calling the function again and again, so or we are trying to do some set of instructions we are trying to use again and again, it is easy to write it in the form of functions. Okay, again in functions three types will come: function call, okay, function declaration, okay, and function definition. Can anyone tell difference between this? In C you had studied, just I'm revising so that I can start with the today's topic. Yes, what is the difference? Yes, what is the difference? What is function call? What is function definition? What is function declaration? Anyhow, this semester you have your exam, right? Yes or no? So function definition, see, for example, okay, function definition is which you'll write the body. Okay, for example, I'll write void add. Okay, here what will be there? Parameters will be there. Okay, this is body of the function. So what is this called as? Function. What is this called? Function definition. Okay, so function call in main you'll call, right? If I call add with some parameters, this is your function call. Okay, then what is function definition? This declaration or a prototype. Function declaration or prototype, you'll write no at the starting, that is void add int a int b and followed by a semicolon. So these are the different parts of the function. I'll not go in detail as it is already studied in this, what is that, your C. So today I'll start with my topic, that is DS topic, that is pointers and functions. Can you see the PPT? All these PPTs are there in Google Classroom, okay? So today we'll be dealing with your fifth session of pointers and dynamic memory allocation. Though I have taken many classes, but we are studying the fifth hour of class, okay? So in that we'll be studying how to use your pointers and functions together, okay? Okay, these are the content of your PPT. That is today, last class we have studied about how to use pointers and function argument, but again I'll revise. Okay, when we are using pointers and functions together, two things will come. Either last class we saw no how to pass, how to call a function with the parameters as function. That is, we are passing the address of your pointer. We did, right? What was that? We wrote some programs passing ampersand of A and ampersand of B. One more thing is directly we can have pointers to entire function. Okay. So let's see, let's revise what we have seen last class, how to use a pointer as a function argument. Yes. See, last class we did, right? In main, you would call a function. Okay, for example, if I call add, last year in C, what you do? A and B. Here I will pass ampersand A, ampersand B. Okay, instead of writing, passing the values, I'll pass the address. That is nothing but these are known as arguments. Okay, when I pass here, it is called arguments. But when function is there, int add, int a of a comma b, what will come here? There are argument parameters. Okay, now we are only telling how pointers can be used as your arguments. Okay, any doubts you can ask. Okay, in any language you can ask. Sorry, wrong PPT have put. Okay, so functions as a pointer as a function argument. That is, your pointers will be used as a parameter of a function while calling the function instead of okay. So instead of having the this your normal values, you can have your function parameter to hold the address of the argument during function call. Okay, last class we saw two things. Which are the two parameter passing methods? Can anyone tell? Which were the two parameter passing methods? Yes,
Call by value and call
call
by
by
reference.
value and call by reference. So when we call a function, okay, via using the address, it is address values as your argument, it is called call by reference. Whereas in C last year, normal values you were using, that is known as call by address. Okay. So in this method, both formal arguments and actual arguments refers to same memory location. In call by value, what I had showed you last class, what was happening? Yes, your this actual parameter and formal parameter will be different. That is, you will have your own copy of the value. Here it is different. And when function is called by reference, any changes, because same location, last time I driven the board and showed you, right? That is same location, whether it is whether you're using in main function or in your other function, same location you will point. So that there will be no own copy. So one example is there. Last time also we saw. Okay, this is your lab exam. I think you have executed this. Yes or no? You have traced this also. What we are doing in this program? Okay, so you're just calling the function, that is called a call by reference function, and what you are passing instead of x and y, address you are passing, that is ampersand of x and ampersand of y. So here it will go same thing. So star px, that is value at the address x and value at the address y. Then you will give temp equal to star px, that is 3 and 4 I find, right? Temp equal to will be 3. I traced this in board. Do you remember? Px is equal to 4 I had given, then it would swipe and give you the answer. I'm going fast because already last class I have discussed this. Okay, and we also saw the difference between call by value and call by reference. So the difference is in call by value, what will happen? Actual parameters are passed, whereas here address is passed. That is value is passed here, address. Okay, and here what is this? Every function will have its own copy. So changes made in one will not reflect other. Here only single location we will modify. So changes in one will matter either. And call by value is slow, whereas call by reference is fast. And only one value can be returned to the calling function. Here more than one value can be returned to the calling function. See, these are many PPTs, all these PPTs, notes, quizzes are there in Google Classroom. Go through them. And also this example we saw, right? It is here call by value, it is call by reference. I traced you also and showed you this. Okay. Now next, today's topic. Okay, today's topic is pointer to a function. So can anyone tell what is the difference if you are using pointer as a function argument and a pointer to a function? Can anyone tell? Can anyone tell that? What is the difference? You people are there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the difference? Can you tell? Pointer as argument means when calling the function, you would write, no? Those are arguments. Okay. But now pointer to function is there. Pointer to function means, okay, assume you have this function. Can you see the whiteboard? Okay, so assume you have this function. Okay, so you will write this. So what we can do is, what is the data type of this? Void, right? So I'll declare one function pointer, void. If normal pointer, only it would be star p, but this is function pointer, so I have to write this star p in bracket and again parenthesis. Okay, so this p is there, no? Pointer function that will point to the address of this entire thing. Okay, so instead of holding the address of one single variable, it will hold the address of entire function. If this is your add function, okay, so it will make start from 1000. So starting address it will point here. Okay, so we will just see about. Okay, this is your pointer to function. A function like a variable has what? Physical address. So that entire function, maybe a add function, it is one block. It will have one starting address. Okay, and that pointer should point to that. So like assigning address of a variable to a pointer, it is possible to assign the address of function. So earlier what you would do, int star p int a you would do. Then p is equal to ampersand of a. Now it is pointer to a function. You will have a function, maybe a add function. One add function will be there. So this block is there, no? For that starting one address will be there. Okay. So that address will be pointed by the pointer and you can call the function using pointers also. So syntax is as follows. Okay. So if you want to declare, if you wanted to declare a variable, pointer variable, what you do? If int a is a variable, you want a pointer to that, then what you do? Int star p. But here, apart from writing the return type is nothing but data type. That is, it might be int, float, char. So apart from this, you will have, okay, and pointer name will be there, return type, but apart from that, only one thing is extra, that is your argument list. This was not there in this normal variable. Okay, so apart from that, this will be there. If you want, take this copy this syntax. Okay, syntax of a function pointer is you have to write return type. Return type might be any data type, int, float, char, etc. Void and name of the pointer, then followed by a argument list. Okay. So we will consider the following function, which will take two arguments as input and returns the computing value. Okay. See here what is happening. Okay, so what we are doing, we are taking two functions, int sum and int smallest. Okay, for the above function, what we'll do, how many functions are there here? Yes, how many functions can you see? Two examples are there. Two functions are there. One is sum, another is smallest. How many arguments are there? Two arguments each. Yes. So now what we will do, instead of having the arguments as pointer, we will have a function pointer only. That is, for entire block, we will have a pointer. So how to declare a pointer for this pointer function? Again, to declare a pointer function, just now we saw a syntax.
Star PTR.
Yes, it will be data type. Int star p will be there. P will be as usual, but it is function pointer, so bracket will be there. Parenthesis will be there. So see here. Can you see? Same thing. What is the return type here? Int. Same thing have to use. Same data type. Then in parenthesis I have to use star, then followed by int and int. Okay. So here ptr is the function, okay, which accepts how many arguments is this and what type of arguments it accepts. This function accepts what type of arguments? Two int arguments and return also int. Okay. So now to what assign ptr is equal to sum, what we have to do? Just write this statement. This ptr is function pointer, sum is normal function. So to point this ptr to this, we have to write this statement. Ptr is equal to sum. After doing this, what will happen? It assigns the address of function sum to a pointer. Okay. So and we can call the function sum using ptr also, like this. So instead of writing k is equal to sum of 5 and 10, we can use ptr of 5 and 10. Like this, we can call the function. Okay. So that is, I'll just share one board and I'll tell you once more. So it might okay. Just now what we discussed, function pointer. Okay. It was there. How it was? Int sum, int a, comma, int b. Okay. One function was there. Now to declare a pointer, what I have to do? Star p will be as it is. Return type should be same, int only, and parameters also should be same, int a, int b. Now what is happening? Sum will is a function. Okay, it will start at address 1000. Assume. So if I want to point p to sum, what I have to do? If I want to point function pointer p to sum, what is the statement? I have to write p is equal to sum. Can you tell me, for normal variable I use like this, p is equal to ampersand a, but here I am not using ampersand a. Can you tell why? Why I am not using ampersand a? When to use ampersand a and when not to use ampersand a? When you are pointing to address for array, If it was array, I would write P of A. P is equal to A. Yes or no? If it is function, I am writing P is equal to A. If it is single variable, what I am writing? P is equal to ampersand A. Can you tell me why? Yes. When there is single variable, what will happen? Only one address will be there. Okay. When there is a function, if there is a big function, okay, only this first statement address we will take. So we cannot write ampersand here. We don't want first this. By default, name of the function is only the pointer to first address of your function. That is, first line of your function will be pointed by a pointer by default. That will be your name of your function. Same thing will happen in array also. By default, okay, your array, name of the array is a pointer to first location of the array. So we need not write P is equal to ampersand sum. We can write only P is equal to sum. And how to call the function? To call the function, I have to use star P. I don't want address. So star P in bracket, then write the parenthesis, this parameter. Okay. So like this, we will call the function. So we'll continue with the PPT. So that's what is given here. How to call PTR 5 or 10. Okay. So can you see? Can you see the program? So this program has a function. What this function do? It will, what does function do? Sum. What it does?
To find the sum.
Add to numbers. Yes or no? So this one function is their entire function. Okay. This entire function, I have to make it point by a pointer. So where the pointer will point? This location, first address. Okay. So same, how I should declare pointer? See, star PTR will be there. Return type should be same as the function. What is the return type here? Int. And parameters also should be int. Okay. Then I'm taking 3 variables to read x, y, and z is to print call the function. Okay. So I'm reading x and y. Here, what I'm doing in this statement? Can you tell? PTR is equal to sum. What I'm doing in this function? Can you tell? Sorry, in this statement.
Calling function.
I'm pointing the function pointer PTR to your first address of this function. Okay. So I'm pointing PTR to the address of this entire function. Okay. Then I'm using a variable z equal to, and I'm calling the function, that is PTR, okay, x comma y. Okay. And then it will go here, it will execute and come back and give me the answer. Okay. So we will see one of the program. Okay. So one program, we will see your lab program. Can you see one one mistake was there in your PPT? Okay. Mistake was there. I wrote in board correctly. PPT I did not tell you. What was the mistake? Can you tell me? What was the mistake in this PPT? Okay. So what is the mistake in this PPT? Can anyone tell? Some mistake is there in this PPT. In board I had written correctly. Let me see. Anyone had paid attention? You saw this slide? Okay. Some mistake is there in this PPT. Can you tell? Yes. See, while calling, star is not there. Okay. So while calling, it should be star PTR. Okay. And bracket. This should be there. while assigning it is PTR is equal to sum, but calling this should be there. Getting this? You people were sleeping, you did not tell me the mistake in board I had written correctly. I wanted to see whether you will tell, so I went on telling. Yes, here also. Here, while calling on whiteboard just now I wrote, right? It should be star. Okay, then only this program will execute. If only PTR means it will go to the address. But I want the program to call it. For call, we have star. Whereas here, while assigning, we need not have. Okay. So any doubts you have in this PPT? Yes. Any other doubts you have? If no, I'll go to the program. One lab program is there. Okay. So your lab program, 5th program. Okay. Write a program, C program to illustrate the use of function pointer. Okay. See, function has the argument is different and function pointer is different. What is the difference? Can anyone tell? 40 minutes plus I told you the difference. Can anyone tell? What is the difference? Function as the argument and function pointers. Who will tell? Yes? What is the difference? Function as the argument and function pointer. Function as an argument means while calling in those brackets, just I'll pass the address of those arguments. Whereas function pointer means one function will be there, one pointer will be there. That pointer will point to the entire block. Okay. So in this, the 5th program is there, which you have to execute either in your laptops or in mobile. I have sent you one application now. You can execute it. So write a C program to illustrate use of function pointer. Okay. So you have one function here. What is the function doing? Just now in PPT also we saw. It will add to numbers. Okay. So int A is there, B is there, C variable. It will add and go. Here what is happening? Here I am declaring a function pointer. How to declare? While declaring a function pointer, one bracket should be there here. Okay. Int A. Then I'll assign the address. P is equal to add. Okay. Then only it will point to that block. Then I'll read two values. Then I'll call. While calling, I need star P, A, comma, P. Okay. Any doubts you have? Did you understand? Yes. So what is happening is, so there will be one function called sum. Okay. So there is one function pointer P. So this entire function, 1000, 1002, long, so much program will be there, right? So this P will point here. For P to point there, what is the statement? P is equal to sum. Okay. How to declare function pointer? Same return type. If the return type of sum is in, then star P, it should be in the bracket and then write the parameters. Okay. And while calling, what we have to do? Star P and then you can write 3 or 4. So can you execute this program? Yes or no? Can you execute this program? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you go to Google Classroom, okay. So here see, you have to go. Today, which session I taught you? Go to classwork. Okay, like this you can find. First, so class assignment is there till yesterday I gave you 1.4. Today I'll give you one more new assignment. Okay. So textbook is there, syllabus is there. Okay, manual is there and chapter wise sessions are there. So today I taught you chapter 1 session 5. So I am creating new links. Earlier I would send only one link, right? And daily you would connect, because you should understand which session I'm creating daily one new Zoom link. Okay, here you have your PowerPoint, okay, which I use now. You have your notes and also here one assessment is there. Answers also here are here only. Okay, see, you need not see about metadata, only answer option is there. Okay, This is your question followed by options. That is, the changes made to formal parameter directly affect the actual parameters. Which are those? Which is the answer in this? If you change formal parameter, actual parameter also change. It is in the case of call by reference. So answer is second. You did not see difficulty level or metadata. Just see the answer option and options here. So second one, if we consider which one of the following is faster, which one is faster, call by value or call by reference? Yes. Which is faster?
Call by reference.
Call by reference. Okay. So like this, daily after the class, you can go through the what is that? The quiz. You are able to see Google Classroom, right?
No, ma'am.
ma'am.
You did not see
Yes,
Google.
ma'am.
What you can see on screen now?
Ma'am, we can't.
You can't see. So till now, Google Classroom was not visible, Anki.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Once more, I will show you. Now you can see Google Classroom.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, when you go to data structure subject, there is classroom tab. Okay, you have class assignments daily, which I'll post. It will come here in class assignments. Okay, so yesterday you did chapter 1.4. So deadline will be daily till 12 o'clock. Okay, then you have your textbook here, all the textbook materials, then syllabus copy, lab and theory. Okay, then lab manual also is there, and chapter wise session is there. So today I taught you chapter 1 session 5. Okay, daily I would use only one link, but from today I'll use different link with the proper names so that you will not get confused which session is that. Okay, so chapter 1 session 5 PPT I used is here. Okay, and Word also, notes is there in Word. Today's class recording also I'll attach here. Okay, after the class. Can you see the quiz? Yes or no? So you can see this quiz. Can you see in the screen this Excel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this Excel sheet has your quiz. Ignore first column, second column. Okay, answers also are here only. This is your question. Okay, what is the first question? Can anyone read for me? Yes, what is the first question? Can you see? The changes made to the formal parameter directly affect the actual parameter. In which it is answer is call by reference. So answer option is there, 2. Okay, which one is following is faster? Which is following faster? Call by reference. Okay, so after the class daily you should solve this. Okay, I have not made Google Forms so that you will get the answer here only. Okay, and the syntax for declaring a pointer to function, how it is, which is the correct one in this? Yes, which is the correct one? Which is the correct syntax? That is, return type should be there. Okay, then your data type should be there and function parameters. Getting this? So any doubts you have in this class? Any doubts? Yes, any doubts you have?
No, ma'am.
No. So I'll send you one more assignment. Do that. Post